I'm Callie and welcome to Kapowski Reads, and I'm just getting ready to go out because I was going to say my annual haircut. I've already had one. I am getting my second haircut of the year because I was chatting to my friend Coco, who was like, but getting your hair done makes you feel good, so why do you only do it once a year? And I was like, you are smart, you are beautiful and wise. And I booked a second haircut. So I'm off to go and get that done. And I just want to acknowledge that last night, all I did was wash my hair because it was full of dry shampoo and I didn't want to show up to the hairdresser with full of dry shampoo hair, even though it will get washed at the salon. And all I did was dry it and brush it this morning. And it looks better than it looks when I do it. So I don't know if it knows it's getting done and it's like, no, please don't trim me, but I'm getting you trimmed. I'm probably getting just like the tiniest of trims, just the raggedy scraggly ends are coming off. That's the plan. And I want to show you my new coat. My in-laws gave me Christmas money, which I know in a low spend year is maybe something I should have saved, but it's for a gift, and they were very clear that it's for a gift. So I bought myself a new winter coat, and I feel like a cross between Pat Butcher and the Honey Monster, and I kind of like it. It's so cozy, and that's what I wanted something that was just such a warm coat. It's -2 right now, and oh, my hair really doesn't want to get cut today. Tough. And I'm so cold and I'm wearing it. I know I shouldn't maybe be wearing it till Christmas, but I'm wearing it now because I'm cold now and I love it and it's so pretty. But I need to go so I can get my hair done. This is my hat. It's adorable because I'm a grown-up who favors a whimsical beret. But because it's been very windy, I put a little clip in so that my hat doesn't go flying off, and then I'd be sad because I don't remember where I got it from. And I've just realized I'm not using my tiny microphone, so the audio is probably awful. I don't have time to refilm. I need to go get my hair did. I will be back in a little bit. I got my hair done and I absolutely love it. I only wanted like what needed to come off, but I also wanted some little shapy bits and I got them. I always feel so self-conscious at the hairdresser because I don't do my hair much. I've been trying to, but I've never been one of those people that has like the gorgeous hair. I'm one of those people that I try and have the gorgeous hair, but what I lack in talent, I make up for in heart. I got into town a bit early, so I sat and I had another coffee, and I read some of my book. I'm currently reading Wreck the Halls by Tessa Bailey. I don't love it, but I might get to love it. It is about the children of estranged rock stars. So their mothers were in a band together. The band broke up, never to reform, and suddenly everyone's like, we want them back together. And the solution to this is for their children to get them together, which is interesting because if the band don't want to get together, maybe don't try and force that. I don't like the main characters. So far, we've got Beat. They're called Beat and Melody because they're the children of musicians. Beat is confident to the point that he seems arrogant, insincere, and overly intense. He doesn't feel like a real boy. And Melody also just feels so passive, so meek, so mild. And yeah, we get to see the first time they ever met when they were 16. And for some reason, that 5-minute interaction, they both really dwelled on for the next 14 years. And I was there for that interaction. I got to read it and it didn't feel that intense. In fact, he both shortened her name. He called her Mel. He's just met her. Her name is Melody. She was introduced as Melody. And he's like, "Hi, can I call you Mel?" "No, you may not." And then he decided to give her a nickname. And he was like, "Yeah, that's because of XYZ." I'm like, "You don't know her. You don't know if any of that's true." So I instantly was like, "I don't like you, Beat." Um, and Melody, I mean, I gave her some grace. She was 16 at this time, and she was, bamboozled by a handsome, age-appropriate boy. So, she didn't react in a way that you would hope she would have. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of getting a feeling that I don't know. I hope the book improves as I keep going, but so far I'm not loving it. But I did love the hairdresser. I got there. I got to as close to relaxation as I ever do. My stylist was excellent. I usually get my friend usually does my hair at the salon, but she wasn't working today. So I booked with somebody else who I've been to before and she did a great job before. So I was in good hands, but I'm always a little anxious when I'm there and I don't know the person who's doing it because it's like, what do we have to talk about? What do we do? Luckily, we had Christmas to talk about, and that was fine. That was fine. I'm just, I'm the worst at relaxing and at making conversation when I'm like, we need something to talk about. We need to know like where do our interests overlap. But when I go and it's my friend, I'm like, it's fine. I can chat away to you about anything. I am hoping next year to make my hairdressing experiences a little more frequent than they usually are. I mean, this year I went twice. The year before it was once. So I've increased it 100%. I would like to aim for maybe 3 or 4. I think 4 is far too many. Time just gets away from me. But I would like to go to get my hair done more often because I think if my hair is done, it's easier to do because it's not out of control. And then when my hair is not out of control, I feel cute and I want to feel cute. Um, my new coat, absolute triumph. I know I probably should have waited till after Christmas to start using my Christmas gifts, but it was -2 degrees today and it was chilly. And do you know who wasn't chilly? Me in my new Christmas coat. I was snug as a bug in a rug. I was so cozy. Best coat, 3 compliments. I mean, what more could you ask for? I was cozy, I was complimented, and I think I looked cute. I had to go to Boots to pick up some replacements because I finished 3 serums in the last 24 hours. So I needed to replace those. And Boots was hoaching. It was so busy. And I wasn't even there at like a peak time. I was there at like 11:30 on a Friday afternoon, which is busy time. Busy time. I will show you what I got because I don't think I'm going to do like a December low spend year because that's my last month. I'm just going to do like a whole year one plan. I actually got 3 kind of new to me items because I have found some products this year that are my like go to like A team products, but I haven't found any like A team serums. So there's that. I am going with this was highly recommended to me by a few people. Triple Bounce Serum by e.l.f. I love e.l.f. Cosmetics, and I forgot that there is an e.l.f. Cosmetics stand in Boots in town. So picked this up, and this has got a little bit of hyaluronic acid in it. And hyaluronic acid is good for hydration, I believe, and my skin, I need to drink more water, and my skin needs to feel hydrated. Both of those will happen. I got Balancing and Clarifying Serum by The Ordinary. I have fallen in love with The Ordinary this year, and this one claims to be good for skin that is prone to blemishes. Like me. So I thought that this might hopefully help with my painful spots. I have tried a lot of things. It's my life. And I got something shiny and new. Got some retinol. This is quite a low amount, a low percentage of retinol because I'm going to be trying retinol. I'm only going to use this like once a week to start with because it can be quite harsh. So I am both excited and cautious about trying some retinol. So let me know if you've tried retinol. But because there's a little chance that my skin might react to the retinol, I might delay the use of that until maybe Monday because I'm celebrating Christmas with my family this weekend. We do it early, really early, just because it's easier to sort of rally together multiple households. And that way nobody has to choose where they spend Christmas because we've done it early and it's done. I'm totally feeling absolutely exhausted right now. I've done nothing. Like I went to town, but I'm so tired. I came home and I watched a Christmas film. I watched The Merry Gentleman, the Chad Michael Murray stripper film. It was interesting. Like, first of all, it was hilarious. Like, I lolled. I had a good time. I cackled. Like, my partner's working upstairs. He could hear me cackling away at it. It was very silly. It was very fun. It was very light. The cast was all like, everyone was familiar. I've seen a lot of the cast in various other things. They are excellent actors. They were poorly utilized in this film because there's so much talent that just wasn't used. I think they did the best with what they were given, but I've I've seen them. I've seen them be better. But it was lovely to have a world where we have the mother from the Wizards of Waverly Place and we have Aunt Zelda in the same world. I love that. That pleased me very much. I've been tidying. I'm going to go back and do some more tidying because I need to, but I'm so tired. I might just sit on the sofa for a little bit, maybe, before the kids show up and read a little bit more of my book. I'm having a very, very lazy night. Maybe a bubble bath could be in my future. I have a shower cap to keep my hair nice. Don't judge me. It's a cute shower cap. I'll be back with an update. I'm hoping to have this book finished by tomorrow so that I can let you know all about it and hopefully it gets a little bit better. Hopefully. I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is I have finished with actually no, the good news is I found the crochet hook I lost. It was in the yarn that I was using. That's good news. I've also finished with Wreck the Halls, but the bad news is that I have finished with it rather than I have finished it. I have decided that Wreck the Halls is going to be my 22nd DNF of 2024. And I'm okay with that. I think that had I not read about 4 disappointing Christmas books before reading this, I probably would have continued reading this because this is not worse than some of the other books I have finished. But at this point, I can't read another book I don't like. I need to read something I enjoy. And then I can maybe read something that I don't love quite as much. But I made it to page 78, not that far. And I couldn't. It was a slog for me to get to page 78. I not only didn't like the characters, the 2 main characters, right away. I wasn't really into what they were giving me. But the premise of this, I could not wrap my head around it. The logistics of it, where these 2 30-year-olds are tasked with getting their adult mothers band back together, their mothers who haven't spoken for 30 years. They had a massive falling out. They're not friends. They don't like each other. And I feel like it's the whole premise is that one of their songs has become really popular on social media and they're like, "Oh, get them back together, strike while the iron is hot." And I think these women were in a band. They know music. If they want to strike while the iron is hot, then they can do that. That's up to them. It's not up to some random producer of a show to bribe the music artists' children to get them back together. And oh, I don't, I was just reading it being like, I don't see why you would agree to it. I wouldn't. I wouldn't agree to it. I'd be like, my mum has her own opinions. I'm not going to, try and persuade my mum to do something she clearly doesn't want to do. Also, if you know my mum, you're not convincing her to do something she doesn't want to do. Very much respect that about her. She's very, very firm in her, no, I will not do that. And I just sort of thought it makes no sense. It doesn't make sense. And I feel like I am willing to suspend belief when there's enough festive whimsy, like with Hot Frosty. It made no sense, but it was Christmassy. And at one point, someone just went, "It's Christmas." And I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm with you. Sure. I need something like that. And I didn't have any festiveness in this book. So I was kind of misled with the title. I expected something festive, like my earrings, a little bit of festive whimsy. No. There was also a blackmail plot that just. I was gonna try and finish this book, but every so often I would just put the book down and swear at it. And that's kind of a sign that maybe I don't want to read the book. If I'm going, "Oh, for bleep's sake," constantly in the book, it's not for me. But I do have a friend who loves this book and I feel really bad because it's one of their sort of like favorite festive reads. And I couldn't finish it. I just couldn't do it. And I think that, especially at the end of the year, why are you forcing yourself to read something that you don't like? Or like any time of year. Don't force yourself to read books you don't enjoy. There's so many other books that are good, or not good. I'm not saying this is a bad book. I'm just saying it's not a book for me. And there are other books that are for me. And I'm going to find one of those and I'm going to read it and I'm going to enjoy it. It feels like a threat, but it's a promise. So in my next vlog, hopefully, I have got a book that I really, really, at least like. We're aiming low. We're aiming for like. Ideally love, but I'll settle for like. I don't know if I'm feeling a little Christmas booked out. I want to find something good. Let me know if you've read this book and if you liked it. And if you've DNF'd any books so far in 2024, let me know if you know how many it is. I know I'm 22, but there may be some more because I'm only counting the books that I logged on StoryGraph. Sometimes I give up on a book before I even log it on StoryGraph, so it's probably more. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!